Hey folks, we're back and we're going to go ahead and complete our final project. And I wanted to just give you the things that I'll be looking for when I go to double check that you've completed this. So first of all, you should have completed all of the formatting. So I've added color up here. I've changed the color of the text. I've added some bold. I've made these all look like percentages. And down here, even though you can't see it, I have changed it to bold and also changed the color so that those items will show up and be very prominent so that it looks like a professional document. So um, I'm going to go ahead and complete the process so that I will have done all the things I need to show that I have these skills. So first of all, right here, I want to make sure that I average all of these tests so that I can have a final grade for Liliana. So I'm going to come up here to all my functions, and those common functions are the ones that we've started with. Of course, you should always feel free to experiment with any of the other ones, but for right now, we're going to use the average function, and it's asking me, what do you want to find the average of? And of course, it's looking for me to select those cells. I can type them in if I want to. I could do B3 dot dot F3, and that would work fine. But instead, I'm just going to select across this way. So B3 colon F3. When I've selected what I want to average, I just hit the enter key, and it will do that average for me. You can see again that this is formatted already to look like a percentage, and it's already bold, it's already red, so that it really stands out. And those were the things that we wanted to make sure we did. So it's also suggesting an autofill so that I can fill it all the way down here. And I'm going to go ahead and check that. Now, if I didn't check it, in fact, I think I won't. If I don't check it, I can always do the autofill using the fill handle right here and drag that down so that it fills those spots. Now, if I go all the way down, and that's an interesting deal, is if I go all the way down, you see that divide by zero because there's no data. So if you have zero things that you're averaging, then it doesn't understand how to do the math. So I can click in there and I can either leave it so that once there is some information here, or I can click in there and delete it. I'm going to leave it so that you can see that once there is data, that it will go ahead and figure that. So I'll click in here and do the same process. Whatever that function I want to use is, I'm going to do, we did sum last time, I'm going to do the average on this one. Select the things I want to average so that I can see what the average score of the test was for all students. Hit enter. There's my average. So I click on that and I'll use the fill handle to drag it across, and already you can see that this is now figuring properly because I've got 5 things to average. It'll total those and then divide by 5, which is a math it can actually do. So there's our overall class average for all tests, all averages. So we got that going for us. That's pretty cool. Now we've got a different process we're going to do down here, which is we're going to take we want to find the highest test average. And instead of just looking at these and going, oh, well, I can see which one is the highest average, I'm going to use a different tool. I'm going to go here to my functions, and I'm going to do the max command. And it's asking me, find the maximum value of which ones? Well, I want the max within these. So I click those, hit enter, and it says, oh, well, 86, that's the highest average. Same thing here, I want the lowest average, so I'm going to come in here, and I'm not going to use the suggested fill. I'm going to go up and find min, which is the minimum value within a range. So the lowest test average is 72. So now I'm going to do the same thing with the student averages. I'm going to come here, maximum, highest student score, and select the area. Be careful not to get that last one because that's not one of the student averages. I'll go ahead and select those, hit enter, and 90.4 is the highest average. Again, not going to autofill that. I need to come and get min for the lowest student average and select those student averages again, enter, and that's my lowest student average. Now, we're going to use another one here to select and choose the number of students. One of the commands that you can use up here is count, and count will give you the number of values in a specific range that are non-zero. So if I go in here and do count and I say how many students, well, I'm going to choose this set of data. Those are all non-zero. So when I put enter here, it's going to say, oh, it's formatted as a percentage. We don't want it formatted as a percentage. We just want to know how many. I'll go up and choose automatic for that, and that's going to give me 8 instead of 800%, because we definitely don't want that. Number of tests, again, I'm going to count. These are the tests, and even though we know that it's 5, we want to make Excel count those for us. So I hit enter. 500%? I don't think so. We want to go back to automatic and have it do the work for us and say, hey, I think this is how it ought to look. And 5 is your answer. So those are the things that you'll need to complete in order to finish this assignment. I would like to be able to check those out and see, and I'm going to take this one, we got rid of one of the decimal places up here, so I want to make that match. I'm going to go ahead and make those one less decimal place. Same thing here, one less decimal. Now everything matches, looks great. This is what I'm going to hope to see when you are sharing your spreadsheets with me. So this is your final assignment. I hope that everything goes really well for you. And if you have any questions, you can always contact me. You can come to the office hour, or you can just email me, justin.wright@esd105.org, and I'm happy to help you out with anything that I can. So hope you have a great day, and get in touch if you have any struggles.